only are we talking about another Berenstain Bears holiday special, but it is the first Berenstain Bears holiday special. Before the Thanksgiving and Easter specials, we got the 1979 TV special, The Berenstain Bears Christmas Tree. But it wasn't an easy sell at the time, as it took a little bit to get the project off the ground. Stan and Jan Berenstain wanted to do a Christmas special the year prior, but it was rejected, and networks felt that there were already enough Christmas specials, especially ones dealing with Christmas trees. But the next year, the project attracted the attention of producers Joseph and Gilbert Cates and Perpetual Motion Pictures, and with a script created and written by the Berenstains, with original music by Elliot Lawrence, and directed by Mordecai Gerstein, called Gerstein in an alternate universe, the Berenstain Bears Christmas Tree was born and premiered on NBC on December 3rd of '79, preempting Little House on the Prairie, along with the Little Rascals Christmas special, which aired after. But you still could have watched an all-new episode of 240 Robert starring John Perry and Mark Harmon. That's the show where you hid Grandma's glasses and told her that it's chips. But okay, we'll give Grandma a break and watch the Berenstain Bears Christmas Tree. The show opens, not surprisingly, the bears are all happily singing while Papa Bear is going to ruin their celebration somehow. She laughs until she then realizes this means there's no Santa Claus. But something else is born. Here it's almost here. One of the other bears now realizes they have a Santa kink. Thankfully, it doesn't show all the eyes that he took out. And you can tell it's gonna be a jolly Christmas, seeing how it opens with someone looking pissed off. But these bears get by, and how! Look at that mountain of presents that make them look like Christmas hoarders. All while Dad has apparently been turned into a fish and brings them a delightful 70s soundtrack. Funny enough, I could picture the same music being used in 240 Robert. Here, let's liven things up by making the dead fish smile. That's not creepy. But while spending a fortune on presents, will they have enough for a tree?
A tree full and fat. Straight, green, and tall.
And that's the story of how they spliced Papa Bear with a tree to keep him from killing more people. Good God, he can't even open a door. And why are you just standing there? Please, someone stop him. He's making a mess because if there's one thing they have more than presents, it's decorations. Everyone in Bear Country is gonna be riddled with scratches and piercings. Look at their star. I think they got the actual Star of Bethlehem, which makes Papa Bear super high. And makes Mama Bear contemplate divorce again. The show has the usual plot that they would do in the future specials, where they always begin with Papa Bear and brother and sister going out in search of something, which ends up getting them potentially killed or seriously injured. Oh yeah, give this guy an axe, inches away from his kids. There doesn't need to be a killer Santa in this town. Papa's got the body count covered. Speaking of axes, this special does have way better shots of characters in front of the mountains than Christmas in the Rockies did. And I think Papa Bear is dumb just to spite Mama Bear.
Brother and sister usually did what Mom said, but not Papa. Pop did whatever came into his head.
And sometimes it has those LSD sugar cookies he would feed to his head. I bet they have plenty of time to find a tree.
But Papa, Christmas is just hours away.
Jesus, why? You already got everything else. Of all these Berenstain Bears specials, this is the most drugged up one I've seen so far. I think they had the right idea here. The group of TV viewers spiking their eggnog and smoking a big fat mistletoe will prefer watching A Bear's Christmas high as a kite, as opposed to White Shadow or 240 Robert. This one will make you freak out and crave the munchies after they eventually find the perfect tree.
What a tree. Its green was so green, its tall didn't quit.
Unfortunately, Clark Griswold already called dibs on this one. Plus, a skunk lives there. They probably should have predicted this, considering they also live in a tree. And that skunk has roommates, too.
And some squirrels, and a grouse.
However, the grouse may just be stuck there with sap. I think they're all unhappy because there's about 20 animals living in a tiny studio tree. Despite the animals having their own Christmas festivities, Papa still wants to destroy some treehouse, any treehouse. Don't take him too seriously. An X-ray view shows everything Papa has snorted into his body. He'll find a tree by any means necessary, even if it means drowning at Niagara Falls and being killed by a monster. Fantastic. That's not terrifying. And even God is trying to kill this bear. All of these scenarios aren't really happening, by the way. Even in his visions, he is nearly dying every frame, and I think I know why.
Just as sure as my name is Papa Q Bear.
Because the asshole doesn't even know his own name. Okay, let's take a break so we can get some gift ideas from the commercials that evening.
Girls, I bought a lot of underwear for my man. And every year, I pick Fruit of the Loom.
Surprise, Emma!
Hiya, cutie. I save every time I buy Fruit of the Loom briefs. Big value for your money.
Right on.
Only $1.33.
The Superband waistband, that's real quality.
Atta girl, Emma.
For my men and my money, Fruit makes the best picking.
Men's cotton briefs, only $1.33. A great buy-in briefs.
I'm glad you're back because somehow this happened. I'm almost impressed he managed this screw up. Brother and sister want to go home since it's kind of a miracle they're still alive, and then you add snow into the mix and it's even more dangerous. But a song will keep them safe.
7 kinds of honey.
Pills and pills and pills!
Considering the imagery we've had so far, it's impossible not to hear that as pills, pills, and pills. They find another tree in the middle of Papa's speech on everything the axe touches. This tree has even more animals, which, how have these animals not all killed each other at this point? Or at least divided the tree with paint, like sitcom characters sharing an apartment? The eagle has decided he's going to toy with Papa a bit, while also doing some holiday advertising. For what, you may ask? America, bro. He is going to inflict axe-related horror onto Papa that he's inflicted upon his kids and the entire town. Never thought I'd see Papa Bear be the final girl in a slasher film. I figured he'd be the first one who died, considering all the drugs. They're now stuck in the mountains during a snowstorm, which would probably still happen to Papa, even if he had to do something minor like check the mailbox. Now I know why bears hibernate. Don't any of them realize that if they find a tree, they'll have to carry the thing back? Oh, they do find another tree, but this one has tiny birds living in it. Why are you all still shocked that animals live in these trees? Although these birds may have murdered Charlie Brown to steal his tree. Since Papa's a narcissist and sees that the birds are dressed like him and his family, this is enough for Papa to learn the true meaning of Christmas.
And for the first time that day, Papa saw Christmas in a different way.
Why, this isn't the first time you've seen animals living in these trees. As for brother and sister's lessons...
What about our tree? The tree for our bells, our bright-colored ball.
You have enough presents. Shut the hell up. Although Papa Bear is still good with an axe when he wants to be.
Here now, hop to it. Put on these skis.
Couldn't have done that earlier, huh? Despite this, they still almost die. But they don't because they're witches. Not even being launched into space or turning into a snowman will stop them from getting a tree from Grizzly Gus's stand.
Only a sign saying, "Sorry, sold out."
Huh, guess you should have bought it back when you were there earlier, huh? Yeah, sure, cry. Until you remember that things will always still go your way.
Somebody has decorated our house.
And somebody had.
Was it Mama Bear when you were all out dicking around? Oh, it was all the other animals who Papa almost destroyed their homes?
The eagle, the owl, were returning the kindness Pa showed those snowbirds.
Yes, thanks for not destroying our house, I guess. Never mind the fake star, the real Christmas star makes an appearance. Something tells me this is gonna signal a song.
The Christmas star, it says to us.
While you're singing, your husband just chopped off his own foot with a snowplow. The animals have all come together to look at the star and shush talky moviegoers. Even Mel Blanc comes in for a cameo as he voices the singing eagle. You know, it would be nice if they gave all their gifts to bear charity. We're not gonna do that. We got hundreds of presents, and we let the town decorate our house for us. Well, not everyone, as Sister is smart enough to point out the salmon.
I'm not thinking of others, Bit. How about the salmon?
Your remark shows wit, but in the case of the salmon, it will make an exception.
Salmon got no reason to live in bear country. Merry Christmas, unless you're a salmon. The Berenstain Bears Christmas Tree was successful enough to spawn a book version in 1980, and there's several other Bears Christmas books too, such as the Berenstain Bears worship a false snow idol, the Berenstain Bears get eggs thrown at them, the Berenstain Bears haunt Scrooge's nightmares, and the Berenstain Bears read Silent Night, Deadly Night. This special will liven you up before the cheerful movie of the week, Friendship, Secrets, and Lies. The story of sorority sisters suspected of murder when a baby skeleton is found in their house. Thank God, I was worried when neither of these specials had dead babies. We need the kind of Christmas programming that would please King Herod. Thanks for watching, everyone. Follow us on Twitter at The Cinema Snob and subscribe to our channel today. See you next time.
They were sorority sisters and there was a skeleton in their closet. A real one.
Bones have been found in an air shaft.
And a 20-year-old secret becomes a murder case. Catherine Damon, Loretta Swit, Shelley Fabre, Paula Prentice, Tina Louise, Stella Stevens, and Sandra Lockstar. Friendship, Secrets, and Lies. A world premiere Monday.